Well, here we are, it's October, Fire Safety Month, but we're gonna check our smoke detector in the house here. And it's always a good idea to do this every 6 months. So they say the time change is a good reminder. We're coming up to fall back here, so let's have a look. So I'm gonna take this one down and have a look at it. We know it works because every time we put something in the oven, the smoke detector goes off, even if it's not smoky in here. So kind of gives us a good feeling that we know it works, but it's also a little bit irritating as well. So let's see what we got. We're gonna check this one for dates. And wow, here's my first surprise. We've got a wired outlet for a smoke detector, and we've got a battery-powered smoke detector here. So while it works really well and is super sensitive, it should be one that's hardwired in here. So we've just been in this house about 1.5 years, and I haven't got around to checking these yet, as I should have. So lo and behold, we do not have a wired smoke detector. So let's go get ourselves one and install it properly. And then what I think I'll do is I'll move this battery-powered one down to the end of the hall, closer to where the bedrooms are. As per the current code, this would have met the code rules of the day. So let's go get a detector and let's put a proper one up here that's hardwired to the system. Okay, so I went and picked one of these up at the home improvement store. This is just a contractor grade made by Kitty. Got battery backup, it's got a hush button, a test button, ionization technology. So they say you should be checking these smoke detectors every month, so test them to make sure they're working. You're supposed to replace the 9-volt battery if they're a 9-volt battery operated one like mine was. And that's supposed to be replaced every 6 months. So like they say is a good time, is the time change. Daylight savings time and back every 6 months per year. So twice a year. But now we're going to put this one in. It's a hardwired one. So it's 120 volt and it's a 3-wire. So you have your neutral, your hot, and you have a signal wire. So if you had multiple locations throughout your home, multiple levels of the house as well, then you should have one of these on every floor and interconnected so that if one goes off, the other one will go the other ones will trigger as well, and that happens through that red wire. Now looking up here in my outlet, I only have a hot and neutral, and so I know that the Moret just fell off the hot wire. So I know that I don't have any other locations, otherwise this would be a 3-wire cable here in and out. So is that, or at least in, we'd have an in, a 2-wire for power, and then we'd have a 3-wire going out to other locations. But I don't have, I've looked all throughout the home, we're only on one level here. We've got a crawl space and then just this one level of bedrooms and living area. So only got a power outlet here, so we won't be using the red wire, we'll be capping that off. Okay, so here's my base plate, so I'm going to have to remove this one that was mounted here for the battery operated one. And I'm going to have to knock out the right holes to match the outlet box here in the ceiling. Okay, so I've got the breaker shut off. And just a word about that, what they put the circuit they put the smoke detectors on, it has to be a circuit that you use all the time. So one of your common lighting circuits, because when smoke detectors, wired ones, first came out, back when I was a kid, that was back in '81 when I first started in the trade, they were to be on their own separate circuit. But then, as with a lot of code rules, they find out things that go wrong, and one of them is that the smoke detector would go off because of burnt toast, and someone would go shut the breaker off and forget to turn it back on. So they changed the code to say, no, it's got to be on a circuit with other outlets that are necessary, so you can't shut it off and ignore that the power's out to it. So what I'm also going to do here, there's pigtails on this, and there's no need of that. Any extra splices you have are just another place to have a potential problem. So I'm going to get rid of those splices, that extra pigtail splice, and we'll just put the wires for the smoke detector right into the original splice here. So just spin those on for now till I'm ready. to tie in this. That's the connector that connects right into the smoke detector itself. So again, the red wire is the signaling wire to interconnect them. It's already capped off, so we'll just leave that as is. Then we'll take our neutral. Tie it in. No ground wire for a smoke detector. It's an all plastic device, so no need for a equipment ground. Hot, neutral, leave the red. Tug test as always. Make sure, pull on that wire. It's not going to come out. Give it a good firm tug. And tuck those wires neatly back up into the box. Put on our base plate. Thread that plug connector through the hole in the smoke detector. Smoke detector base, I should say properly. Now, the head of this screw was a little bit wider than will fit through the keyhole slot, so I just threaded it in afterwards. Not too tight on these plastic base, and if you tighten it too tight, you'll just distort it and the smoke detector won't properly lock into that base. So there you go. Now on here is a tab to activate the battery. It's got a 9-volt battery backup. That's in here. So what we want to do is pull out that yellow strap, and that connects the circuit to the battery. Put it back in, check your positive and negative are correct. Heard a little chirp there, so we know we're good. There's a little red tab here that's got to be pushed down behind the battery. Hit the test button so we know it works without power. And we just match up the connectors and plug that in till the little locking devices click into place. Line up the marks and twist to lock, and there it's in place. So now it's going to go through a little bit of a power up process here. See the lights flashing. And now we can give it a test. All right, so that's one of the outlets done. We're going to mount that battery operated one. Like I said, 10 years they need to be replaced. I checked the date on that one. It said 2015 it was installed. So we'll mount that at the end of the hallway closer to the bedrooms, change the battery on it, and we should be good to go for another 5 years, I guess, until that one's got to be replaced. Now, just a quick note to let you know that the code rules are always grandfathered to the code of the day. So this was an okay location back when this house was built, and that just required one on every floor of a home, and this is a single story home. So this was okay, it met the code rules of the day. Now you need one on every occupied level of the home. You need one outside of bedrooms or sleeping areas, and one inside each sleeping area. So basically one in every bedroom, one outside the bedrooms, one on every level of the home that's occupied. Not required in the basement if there's nothing developed in the basement, nor in the attic. So those are the new rules to abide by, but now we can just do the best we can with the hardwired one here, and we'll put a battery powered one down at the end of the hall close to the bedrooms, and I'll probably go buy one for each bedroom. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please click on the like below. And I hope you subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't already, please do so. Click on that notification bell so you'll know when I release a new video. And please leave a comment below if you like this video, or let me know anything else you'd like to see, or if you have any questions. Thanks again for watching. Terry Peterman, the Internet Electrician.